guys, welcome to another exciting episode of Truth Speaks. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about the season that we're in, and with that, we're going to be discussing the season, what God's expectancy of us are as believers, as well as what He's going to do. So to start this video off, I want to just remind you guys of what season we're in currently. This is going to be a season of duality. So that means it's a season of both blessings and works. That means that your blessings will manifest from the works that you are doing. So if you're being obedient to the Lord and you're working, doing His work here on earth, and this doesn't mean just you're starting right now. This is like you've been consistent with doing His work. But the blessings that He's been promising people for doing the work while they continue to work will manifest during this season. So what that means is there is some expectancy on our end, what it is that the Most High wants from us. So Erica, give us some of those expectancies.
Of what the Most High wants for us?
Yeah, what the Most High is expecting from us.
I wasn't prepared for this. First of all, obedience. We talk about this all the time, and I'm sure it's going to continue to be a reoccurring thing because I firmly believe this is where we all struggle the most at. It's just being obedient. During this season, because it is, we have a lot of expectations and we're waiting to be blessed and we're waiting to see the manifestation of the promises that God has given us. Some of us have been waiting on promises for years, Hello, somebody. And you want it, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it's yours. He promised it to you. You get a word from God. Like my dad was just telling me the other day, I'm going on a tangent. My dad was just telling me the other day, like when you get a word from God, you have that. It's a covenant from God. Like He's not going to break His word. He's not going to break His promise. And if He gave it to you, it's yours. So you can, by all means, expect to get whatever it is that God said, you're going to get, or whatever it is that He said that He's going to do in your life. But just understanding also that just because it is a season of manifestation, it is not the time for us to kick back and kick our feet up and start chilling and just like, I'm just waiting for the blessings to come on in. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, on one hand, wait for the blessings to come, but there's still work to be done. So I think the biggest thing that God is expecting from us is obedience. I'm sure that He's been talking, He may have been talking to you about what it is that He wants you to do. And if you haven't got started, I encourage you to get started. If it's something that you know that the Most High has placed on your heart, that He's been telling you, this is what I want you to do. I want you to write a book. I want you to start this prayer group. I want you to, whatever it is that He's telling you to do, I think if you have not gotten started, you definitely need to get started. This is not the time. Now I'm going on a tangent. This is not the time to be on the wrong hand of God. As we all can see very naturally, just with our natural eyes, not even going deep into the spirit, the things of the world is just getting crazier and crazier. Evil is increasing rapidly. The days are getting shorter, like the Bible said that they would, because evil is increasing. This is a time of judgment. Judgment has already I believe, personally, judgment has already started. It's just not the time to not be on the right hand of God, to not be doing what it is that He's telling you to do, to not be in that secret place with God. This is the time that you should be increasing your prayer time. You should be increasing your studying, your fasting, your sitting alone, your worshiping, whatever it is, because we all need to be hearing very clearly from the Most High right now, because this is how He is going to navigate us this is the time that He's going to help us navigate the minefield, basically, to navigate, what's going on or whatever. The Bible speaks about, how the Bible be like, 10,000 fall at your right or your left, you're not going to fall. Well, you are going to fall if you're not paying attention and you're not being obedient. That's just, it is what it is, and I'm not trying to scare anybody, but I'm trying to be really real. So the expectancy, with all of that said, the expectancy of us is to obey. And I think that just really wraps it all up, because God is talking to each one of us individually. You know what he's speaking to you. We don't know what he's talking to you about. So whatever it is that he is telling you to do, you need to be doing it. For an example, because I love giving examples of myself. The Most High has been telling me to make videos for a long time. Not really something I want to do at all whatsoever. But I know that he's at a point with me where he's like, all right, I'm not going to keep telling you the same thing over and over. Mm-hmm. It's time for you to start doing this. Now, I don't want to make videos. This is not something I want to do or whatever. But me not wanting to, or me not liking this, is neither here nor there in the eyes of the Most High. I don't know what he's going to do, what his plans are for the videos. I don't know who he's trying to reach. All I know is that I say to the Most High, whatever it is that you want to do, I'm going to go ahead and do it. And I honestly tell him that. So I have to do. And that's it. So again, whatever it is that he's telling you to do, and things may switch up. You may have been doing something else for a while now, and now he may be telling you, hey, make this sharp turn because I want you to start doing this. And that's why I say that it's very important right now to be just increasing your time with him. Because things are not about to look how we're used to seeing them look. Mm-hmm. God is definitely doing something different in the likes of which most of us haven't seen before. And in order to be aligned with him, we have to be able to hear from him. We have to be paying attention to, when he's prompting us, when he's telling us, go right, go left, or do whatever the case may be. And you may be like, hey, I've been on this road for a long time. I thought this is what we were vibing at. And he's like, yeah, we were vibing here, but now I'm over here. And we got to keep up with God. Mm-hmm. So, like I said, I think the expectancy is obey and work. He's looking for you to work. He's looking for all of us to work. Like I said in the last video, we are his hands, his feet, his mouthpiece here on earth. So he's looking for the vessels that are going to do what it is that he is trying to do and get done here on earth. So obey, stay, like I said, okay, so 3 things. Increase your time with the Most High. Get into your secret place. People say that, get into your secret place or your prayer closet or whatever it is. Your secret place could be the shower. It could be the car. It could be whatever it is that you know that you're able to get that one-on-one quiet time with the Most High where you can sit at his feet. That is what we need to be increasing. We need to be increasing the time that we spend in prayer. We need to be increasing the time that we're reading his word. The word got the answers. The word will tell us exactly where we are on his time clock. The word will tell us exactly what's going on. We need to increase our time in the word, and then just obey. Listen and obey. Do the work. Oh, I said obey. Obey, increase your time, and do the work. Do what he's telling you to do. That's the expectancy.
And so, along with that, let me just piggyback off all of that, because Erica's absolutely correct. That is the expectancy of us. Now, we are telling you guys that this is a season of duality, work, and blessings. If you do not know what the Lord wants you to do, because there are some people who just don't know, they're struggling or whatever, it is now the time to increase your building your relationship with him. As we always say, relationship is key with the Most High, not religion. Let me make that very clear. Your personal walk with the Lord is key, not religion. So that, what I'm saying by that is, you going to church doesn't mean you have a relationship with him. You singing in the choir doesn't mean you have a relationship. So what I'm trying to hone in on is that you need to build your personal relationship with him. Spend time with him, like you said. Get into the word. Go into your secret place. Pray. The more you do those things, the more the Most High will reveal himself to you and will tell you what it is he wants you to do. But you have to take accountability for your life and your own actions and your own relationship, because the Lord is the Lord. Most High is here. He's available. He's ready. You have to make the first step with saying, hey, I want to build this relationship, and you have to work at it with every other relationship that you have.
Work.
It's a relationship. Work. You know how relationships are. Sometimes you guys are talking. Sometimes you're not. but you still have that familiarity with familiarity. What is
Familiarity?
Uh-huh.
Familiarity. Yeah, familiarity.
What she said.
Something like that.
You still have that. So you have to work on the relationship so you can find out what the Lord wants you to do so that you can be in line. So if you don't know, now's the time to really, bunker down and figure it out. Work, because He wants to reveal to you what He wants that He wants for you to do. So that's
it does Him no good you not knowing
Mm-hmm.
what He wants you to do. So He's not keeping it from you. He's
Mm-hmm.
not. But again, like Jasmine said, it is work. It is work to get into and stay into the presence of the Most High. It is work to train yourself to hear from Him. It's work to train yourself to do what He's telling you to do. It's work. So understand that. But it's rewarding. And the bottom line is it's going to save your life. So,
and it's the blessing that people always want. They want the blessings, but are they doing the work? Because the blessings are tied in to the obedience. You don't get the blessings unless you're obedient. So you have to, and in order to get that blessing, you have to cultivate that relationship. We're always going to talk to you guys about relationship because that is the key to being successful. The key to what we're here to do, what God has us called to do here on
being a
earth.
true follower of the Most High, it's relationship.
It's
relationship.
not religion. Everybody thinks it's going to church and all that kind of stuff and being able to quote a couple of passages here and there. And I'm not knocking that. I think that is great. But it is deeper than that. It's an intimate relationship. So now that we have what the expectancy is for us, Erica's going to tell us what the Most High is going to be doing.
Awkward. Why am I telling this part? It's a time of blessings, like I said. We are in a season of blessings, like we've been saying. Like I said, it's the things that God, I don't know what God has promised you, but it's the things that maybe God has already spoken to you about. It's the things that you have been praying about, what's on your heart. Keeping in mind, though, I always like to caveat the prayer when you're asking of God. Don't think you're going to be asking in prayer, deep in prayer, asking God of things that don't align with His will, and then it's going to manifest. So let me make that very clear. If your prayers are not in line with God's will, and if you don't know God's will, you need to read His Word. But if your prayers are not in line with God's will, those are not things that are going to manifest. So let's make that very clear. I don't want you guys thinking
Having an unrealistic expectation.
Yeah, because we were talking about this one time. Sidebar. We were talking about this one time and how it wraps into faith, which we are going to do a video on faith. We're just not ready yet. And so this is just a little snippet. How it wraps into faith. And sometimes, people are praying and they're expecting things of God that are outside of His will. And then they don't see it. And then their faith, takes the hit. You know what I'm saying?
Shaky.
Yeah, it becomes shaky. And we start to question God. And we start to question, if what He says is true or not. Everything the Most High says is true. But everything is according to His will. He is sovereign. What He wants done. What is okay with Him. So I just want to make that very clear. Now, if you know your prayers are within God's will or whatever, this is the time that you're probably going to see them coming to pass. Mm-hmm. Again, this word is not honestly for everybody. So sorry. It is for the people who have been aligning, who have been offering themselves up as vessels, who have been cultivating the relationship, who have been spending the time with the Most High and doing the things that He has been telling them to do. This is your time of reward and this is your time of blessing. So that can be anywhere from, Father, I just need you to give me a peace of mind. I need peace. I need peace. I need peace. And maybe you haven't been seeing it. And then you get this, what is it? The peace that surpasses all understanding.
Yeah. He sends you the comforter so that you will have,
that peace. It could be anything. I don't know. Whatever it is that you're praying for, whatever it is that you're waiting on God for, the things, like I said, that He has spoken to you, have spoken over your life, this is a time where things are going to be coming to pass. One of the things that actually, so we wanted to talk about that, but I just wanted to take a really quick turn, because one of the things that the Most High has been talking to me about with us coming into this time, and again, this word, I'm sorry, is not for everybody. If you know you haven't been doing right by the Most High, I'm not going to say you're not going to be blessed, because I'm not God. I'm going to say, don't take this word and just automatically think it is for you.
You may not be blessed this season, but, season cycle, if you start doing what you're supposed to be doing, really working, you may not see any manifestation now. This may be the groundwork, the seed that needed to be planted in you to get you started on really working, cultivating that relationship. And let's be clear, don't cultivate the relationship just for the blessing. Your heart, he checks your heart. Do you really want the relationship because you want the relationship with him, or are you trying to just get some blessings out of it? He's gonna know you can't play him. You know what I mean? So, but I believe most of you all want the relationship with him. Y'all just don't know how to get started. I do believe people want the blessings too, because that's human nature. It's like, bless me. Everybody wants a blessing here and there, a little trinket, something to keep them going. So I believe that, but also just recognize that too. You can't start the relationship just for the blessings. No, continue.
Okay. That's good, because it's true. So I was saying that one of the things the thing that God has been just talking to me about, or really has just kind of been showing me about going into this season, it is also very important. It's imperative, which is one of my favorite things to say. It is imperative during this time that you are very mindful of the spirits that you are entertaining. Again, during this time, we need to be increasing our time and prayer and stuff with the Most High. But we also know that, the things that we allow into our eye gates, the things we allow into our ear gates can have an effect on, hearing from God, operating in our gifts, all that sort of thing. So I just want you guys to be very mindful of the spirits that you are entertaining. Sometimes there may be people that you're going to have to, I'm not going to say just have to cut off completely, but just especially during this time when you're trying to submit yourself to the Most High, when you're trying to get the work in, everybody is not going to understand what it is that you're doing. When you decide to make the conscious decision that I'm going to cultivate my relationship with God, and I'm going to start taking serious the things of God and what it is that he wants me to do, everybody is not going to understand that. You're not going to understand everything that God wants you to do. You're not going to understand sometimes when he's telling you to, go to square Z, and you're like, well, we done missed all of this. Everything is not going to make sense to you. So just keep in mind that everything is not going to make sense to the people around you, and that's fine. It's not for them. But the problem that comes in is sometimes people are not doing it maliciously. They don't have ill intent or anything. But me and one of my homegirls was just talking about this. It's like sometimes that the word that the Most High has spoken to you, right? You know what it is, that whatever the word is, he done told you to do, or whatever the case may be, and you are leaning on that word, you're standing on that word, you may be working towards whatever, and it's sometimes when we're having conversations with people, they don't know the word, and they might know the word. They might know, you may have revealed that to them or whatever, but they don't have the understanding. They don't have the revelation. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we can sit up and we can entertain spirits that are more of a hindrance to what we're trying to do than a help. So just be very, very mindful of the spirits that you are entertaining. And I know it is hard sometimes to look at your mama and be like, Satan, get behind me, Satan, because it's your mama. You know what I'm saying? But you have to understand that, Satan can use people that allow themselves to be used, and sometimes they don't even realize that they're allowing themselves to be used. And sometimes that doesn't mean they're coming with a hammer to beat you down. It could just be a small thing that they say that can get you to start doubting yourself, doubting the Most High, or whatever the case may be. So be very mindful of the spirits that you entertain. So that means you have to be discerning. Again, that means you have to be paying attention to the conversations. What are people saying to you? Is this going against the direct word that the Most High just gave me? That is the type of stuff you need to be looking out for. Also, your eye gate. You don't need to be sitting up watching everything that you like to watch on TV. This is not the time. Again, you have to be very mindful of what you are allowing into your spirit. You have control over what you allow into your spirit. So you need to be mindful of what's coming through your ears. That could be like Jasmine was saying one time, if it's too much secular music for her, it throws her off. It's the same thing for me, and I love me some secular music sometimes. But when it's too much, I feel it. I feel weighed down. I feel groggy. Like, I know that I can't do
blockage. You can't connect.
Yeah.
Because it's like she said, it's a way down. And that, we're not, please be advised, we're not saying that you have to dump everything, because God knows that we live in this world. We're going to want to be entertained. Again, it goes back to our mindless activity video. All the stuff is connected. You may have to take a break from some things if you're trying to get to that next level, or you're trying to get God to reveal something to you. Not to say that you have to dump it in the, get rid of it altogether. And you may have to do that. So you just need to take stock of your life to see what you need to do. There's some people, that are like, they can't even have like a glass of wine. They know that about themselves, because if they have one glass of wine, it's going to escalate to that. Now they're an alcoholic. So it's like, okay, that person can't have alcohol. Whereas some people, they can have one or two drinks and be fine. You have to take stock of what is best for you. You know what I'm saying? So if secular music, like for me, I can't do it day in and day out. I actually have to break it up. In the morning, I'll have to do a Bible app. I'll listen to my Bible in the car, listen to gospel music. I may listen to some secular music when I come home. But if I listen to it every time I get in my car, it's a wrap. I can't hear nothing from the Lord, no matter what I try. So you have to be in tune with you and your relationship. And the way you do that is to try different things. See what works for you. Build the relationship. The Lord will reveal to you what you need to cut back on. He'll tell you. You need to get, like he tells me all the time, I need to get off of my phone. I'm always on my phone on some type of blog or something like that. That's my vice. I'm on all my sites, all my social media. I'm not even interacting. I'm just looking. But I'm a lurker. I can tell you how to use it and all that kind of stuff. I don't post none of that kind of stuff, but I know I need to back up. Figure out what you need to do, because the key to this is to get you to that place to where you can eventually manifest, or can't not manifest, but you can get those blessings. You can have that walk. And when you're doing all these things, all these different things, you won't know what spirits you're entertaining, because you haven't silenced anything to figure out what is a spirit or what's not. Or you basically, you have to silence some things so that you can figure out, so you can learn how to hear and figure out and know when you are entertaining. Because if you don't silence things or break away from things, you won't know when you're encountering a dissenting spirit. Right.
And like I said, it's imperative that we're doing that right now in this season. Just going back to the way of the world, it's just not the time to be on the wrong hand of God. You need to be on the right hand of the Most High, and we all have to get to a point where we know His voice, like we know when He's talking to us, or when He's prompting us, when He's telling us what to do, because things are only going to get worse. So just during this time, while you're cultivating, while you're working, while you're doing the things that He has called you to do, just pay attention, be mindful again of the spirits that you're entertaining, of your ear and eye gates, and all of that good stuff. I also just want to say very quickly, and I'm going to say this very quickly because this video is wrapping up. Be mindful of the rise of the spirit of jealousy coming into the blessings and the manifestation of the promises. The spirit of jealousy will be rising. This is just something that the Most High has been speaking to me about. So you may not encounter any jealous spirits. You probably will, though, if you're coming into blessings. Be mindful of it. The spirit, what he was telling me, and like I said, I'm going to make this very quick. The spirit of jealousy can be a very dangerous spirit. So as you're coming into the blessings, as you're coming into the things that God has promised you and you about to be popping, it is not on you to be flaunting these things to make people jealous. That is not the point of the blessings. Most of our blessings are coming because God is a good and gracious God, and he wants to see us happy, and he wants to give us the things of our heart. A lot of our blessings are coming too as a means of ministering to other people the goodness of the Lord. Where has God brought me through? They are not coming to stunt on people. Okay, so let's make that very clear.
Let me also make clear, because a lot of times people think they get a blessing like a job promotion. They feel like it was all them. No, boo. It wasn't all you. The Most High, now you did go to work, you did perform, you did all of that, but the Most High has favor on you at that workplace, because I guarantee you somebody else could have gotten that promotion too. Don't get so haughty. Don't think so highly of yourself that you in all your glory are the reason you have those blessings.
Because even in your obedience, none of us are 100% perfect. None of us are obeying all the way. None of us are just that awesome in God's sight. So, and I'd say that with my personality on it. We are all lacking somewhere. So like Jasmine said, don't get too haughty. Yes, he's blessing you, but again, I said, because he wants to see you happy. He knows you can't be perfect. He knows we're human. He knows but he sees the effort. So he does want to bless you for that. He wants to bless you to minister to other people. He's not blessing you for you to stun on people. The last thing you want to do is go and provoke the spirit of jealousy, because then you might find yourself in some stuff that you can't get yourself out of, okay? So, like I said, he was just showing me the spirit of jealousy rising or whatever, and just being aware and cautious of the spirit of jealousy. You may be recognizing it in people that you would have never thought would be jealous of you. You may be thinking, I don't know why they jealous of me, because like I tell Jasmine all the time, people get caught up on what they see people having. People are going to see the blessing and then think, oh, dang, she really doing it, and they start feeling some kind of way because they don't think that you should have, or you should be doing whatever the case may be. But they don't know what you went through. They don't know what it took to get your anointing or to get that blessing or whatever the case may be. So they're looking at one aspect of your life. That is not for you, again, to try to stun on people and to try to, throw it in their face or, do any of that sort of thing, because you're about to start playing with that spirit that I'm sure you haven't studied out, and you don't know what you're going to get yourself into, okay? So
you don't need to do any of those humble brags that people do. None of that.
None of that. To God be the glory. Okay. I didn't deserve it.
Just take your blessings, use it as a testimony.
Thank the Most High.
And be on.
And get on with your life. Don't sit up, and also don't entertain it. When you recognize it, you don't have to be like, I knew you was jealous of me. You ain't got to do all of that out. You could politely call that spirit out. You know what I'm saying? If the Holy Spirit is leading you to do so. But my recommendation, my suggestion is to distance yourself. Pray for them and distance yourself. Walk in your blessings. Enjoy your blessings. Continue to do the work of the Most High. Be encouraged. Pray on this word and let the Most High speak to you. Let the Holy Spirit speak to you about what it is that you need to be doing right now and what it is that He wants to bring to you. Alrighty. Be blessed. And go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Erica Speak Easy. My mom was like, you don't promote your YouTube channel. I told you I don't want to do videos. But go subscribe to my YouTube channel, Erica Speak Easy. You'll get all of these awesome conversations. Yes, we post them on Facebook, but what if you ain't on?
And we're going to be doing other series too,
yes,
because we really, really want to equip each and every one of you guys with the tools on how to use your gift. Like as we said in the last video, Most High has given each and every one of us a spiritual gift. We want you all to use your gift. We want all of you guys to have that relationship. We want you guys to be on the side of the Lord. We don't want you guys out here being a casualty, because casual Christians will be casualties. And I'm not even going to get into the whole religious aspect of that, but ponder that. Thank you for tuning in. Have a wonderful week. Bye.
Be blessed.